Throws it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught.
CouchPotatoGM.com is the website. Couch Potato General Manager is the YouTube channel. You guys know it because you're on it. And we're here to discuss, let's get right to it, man. The New Orleans Saints storylines going into this season, 2021 season. And my storyline for these guys is who are they going to lean on? Recently, they just named Jameis Winston, the quarterback, rightfully so. And I think for me, it's the right decision simply because Taysom Hill, I don't think he's a quarterback. I don't think he's a guy that can give the ball every single play to make things happen. I think that's a recipe for disaster. I think he needs to be a guy where you can just, facilitate some plays for him and let Jameis do Jameis. And I think within this system that Sean Payton has, it's usually, intermediate to short range system. And I think with Jameis wanting to go down the field on occasion, I think it's a good mix. Question is, who's he going to be throwing the ball to? And that looks like Callaway may be that guy. No Michael Thomas. And I guess we'll go back to the Kamara. I guess it'll be Gumby. It'll be Gumby time along with Jameis Winston. Gumbo.
Hey, that's at New Orleans. That's at New Orleans
right there.
That is
at New Orleans. I'm hungry, bro. I'm hungry.
Yeah, man. My storyline, you said it, man, is the wide receiver position. No Michael Thomas for the first month of the season. Might miss 5-6 games of the year. Can the Saints navigate without Michael Thomas? Callaway's looked good in the preseason, made some incredible catches, but now you wide receiver one. Now you're going to get the coverage. Now you're going to, shade it that way. They're probably not going to be scared of anybody else because the rest of the receivers, you got Traquan Smith, you got Jordan Humphrey, Deontay Harris. You do have Jameis. You made the right decision, got the quarterback you need there, but who is he going to throw to now? Kamara could catch out the backfield, but we've seen it, man. We've seen when they're kind of predictable, like we don't have to play the deep ball. I know Jameis can push the ball deep, but
all right.
With those wide receivers, is he going to consistently be able to push the ball deep down the field?
And I think that's why they were kind of experimenting with Kevin White. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily, at the time of this video publication, I'm not sure what his status will be with the team, but historically, Sean Payton has always had a Devery Henderson, Robert Meacham type that can really stretch the field, right? When they were pushing the ball down the field, when Drew Brees' shoulder, his arm strength was intact, and they were pushing the ball down the field, it wasn't necessarily as much a part of the offense in recent years as Drew Brees has gotten a little bit older, right? But now with Jameis in the lineup, he clearly demonstrates his ability to push the ball down the field. And I agree with you guys. He was the right selection. I don't think it was much of a real competition in my eyes. Of course, right. Sean Payton has always been a fan of Taysom Hill, but in terms of just playing the quarterback position, definitely leaning towards Jameis in a competition with Taysom Hill. But my question that bears out of that is, can Jameis actually play his way into a long-term deal with New Orleans? And the work that Jameis has put in terms of himself, in terms of his body, in terms of his preparation, has been really eye-opening and it's encouraging. And then, of course, with Sean Payton, Jameis went as far to say that Sean Payton won't let me turn the ball over like that, because that's the main concern with Jameis. It's right. It's not arm strength. It's not the ability to extend plays. It's none of that. It's decision making. It's making quality decisions, understanding when it's appropriate to punt, when it's appropriate to go for the jugular. And I assume if Jameis can protect the football and this offense is competent in terms of the passing game, he can play his way into a long-term deal. But that's really my storyline, my big takeaway in terms of what's going into this particular season for the New Orleans Saints.
He left a no biscuit, no risk it, no biscuit.
Yeah.
Into something that's a little bit more. It shouldn't push him to turn the football over. Let me say that.
Sean Payton's gonna put the ball in the air, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and you know what? The thing about it is that Jameis did the 30 and 30, right? And that was under Bruce Arians. But I think the whole no risk it, no biscuit gets blown out of proportion because Jameis was having trouble with turnovers prior to that. It really got egregious because, of course, Bruce Arians is so aggressive from an offensive perspective, right? But as far as Jameis taking care of the football, we're talking about fumbles as well. We're talking about ball security just in general. You know what I mean? That was already an issue. can Sean Payton, the battery of Jameis Winston and Sean Payton, dial that back? And can Jameis play at a high enough level? Is there enough around Jameis in
Yeah,
order
that's
for
my
this
thing.
team to really be competitive on the offensive side of the ball week in and week out, which could land him ultimately, if they are, can land him a long-term deal in New Orleans?
Yeah, that's my thing, man. Is the weapons around him. You know, he's coming from an offense with Mike Evans, Godwin, a lot of guys that could get open, and now you're going into the season with Marcus Callaway as your number one receiver. You know, so that's my main issue with the New Orleans Saints offense is can they pass the ball, efficiently.
Right.
Jameis, I know Sean Payton is a mastermind. He's going to draw it up. He's going to give you a lot of Kamara, but at the end of the day, you got to win outside, man. And the cat's out the bag right now. Everyone's seen what Marcus Callaway did. So it's like we know about him now. Like, who else can beat us on this New Orleans Saints receiving staff?
That's fair. That certainly is fair. That they're hoping that they can get a significant contribution from Adam Trotman. I think Trotman's talented, but of course, young tight ends at times have some bumps, peaks and valleys in terms of their play. But if he's healthy, I think he could certainly help in that way. And you know, like I said before, Jameis has a propensity to be really aggressive. They need to lean on Alvin Kamara, not just from a running perspective, but in the passing game. That's part of his superpowers, is what he does as a receiver. So, yes, there has to be more than Alvin Kamara, obviously, but still get him as many touches in space as possible. Make him an extension of the running game as well as your primary ball carrier. I don't know, man. I think Sean Payton has done a good job over the years with what we would consider lesser receivers,
Yeah.
more complementary guys like Lance Moore and Willie Snead, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're doing a good job in terms of developing those guys. But I understand your
Yeah.
concern in terms of
But
having that lead guy. But Drew Brees,
Drew
yes,
Brees, yeah. Drew
yes,
Brees is there.
absolutely. So
and Jameis
that's
saying
where the
that.
rubber meets the road. Exactly. You do need a better supporting cast with Jameis Winston because, of course, Jameis Winston isn't prime Drew Brees.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked about Taysom Hill as a quarterback, but he's also going to be used in the offense as a weapon too.
Right.
So he's still going to be on the field. So he could be another option outside of Callaway and Kamara. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do in the season and the formations and who's on the field and all of that, because they're going to need everyone to contribute.
All hands on deck. You're right.
All right, Saints fan, let us know down in the comments section. You guys don't forget, like, subscribe, comment. Don't forget to share the video. And hit us down in the comment section. Let us know, what do the Saints lean on, and how do you feel about your team going into the 2021 NFL season?